Hello everyone and welcome to the second live stream from Cata and Ben. And today we're going to be talking about technical indicators and how to use them. Cata, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to have our second session. We got a lot of feedback from you guys, and I really appreciate that from our first session. We were a bit not scared. However, doing it the first time, you always have a bit of like, I hope it will gonna go well, and it seems that it went well. And we basically gonna get all the feedback that we got from you guys and try to add it to the next sessions. So yeah, very happy. I already see that we have some people joined already, and yeah, it's nice to see the excitement and that what we are trying to provide it's useful for you guys. And as Ben mentioned, yeah, today we're gonna talk about indicators, what they are, why we need them, how to use them, and yeah, try to break that down as much as possible for every one of you. And we do have another announcement to make. Starting next week, we're gonna have our second webinar starting. That will be about the smart money concept, and it will be with Ben and Roman. So definitely you should want to check that out. You're gonna receive an email. Don't worry, and we're gonna make announcements everywhere. It's a very interesting strategy that we're gonna go very deep dive on that one. So each Tuesday at 1 um, what time will be 1 p.m. UTC. Yeah. So
Yep.
each Tuesday 1 p.m. UTC, the smart money concept we're gonna start. So we're
So that's
gonna
about 2 hours earlier than what we would do on the Thursday.
exactly. So yeah, we are very happy because it's a very interesting concept, and Roman has everything prepared for you. It's crazy about that strategy. He's using it for some while, and he has great results. Huh? So yeah, but
Well,
now let's
I
get
mean,
back
we're
to
both learning, right? So it's gonna be a
yeah,
different setting where we're mostly going to be talking about how we are learning this strategy. So Roman is following this course and talking to his mentors, and basically we're interpreting that information and then showing you exactly how we learn this strategy and how we start to trade that. So it's a very interesting topic because basically we're at your level. Like if you've never traded using the smart money concept, we're at the exact same level, and we're just going to show you how to learn that um, uh, with the help of Altrady, of course. And you
yeah.
will definitely
We
learn
all
things about features in Altrady that you haven't seen before, have never used before,
yeah,
not comfortable in using. Yeah, definitely something interesting to watch. Bit different
for
from
sure.
today, but still very, very interesting.
No, definitely, it's a must. I mean, you really have to jump in. So now let's get back to our topic of today, Ben.
Yes, let's talk about indicators
Mark,
and
yeah, that would
why
be
are they
great.
important.
Yeah, probably will be better to understand what they are. So maybe you can help us try to understand what are market indicators.
No, I'm also curious about the audience, like who is already using indicators and which ones are you using? Be be
Yeah,
interesting to see that. Yeah, to see what others are using.
that's true. Let's see if
Let's see.
someone, if
Get
not, yeah,
some.
we can. Yeah, I mean, if there are some specific indicators that you guys are using or you want to know
Ah,
about.
we got one that says the RSI and the
Okay,
Bollinger Band. That's a very popular
okay,
one, of course. Very popular.
yeah, that's true.
RSI stochastic. Yeah, yeah, we're familiar with
Another
that
one,
one.
yeah.
I think I recognize the names a little bit, so they're probably from a lot of them are from the crypto coiners group because it's obviously nice afternoon Dutch time right now. So you can see a little bit of Dutch text in the chat, but that's just from our Dutch friends, and we're a Dutch company, of course, but we do these streams in English so that you can follow along. But a very popular strategy from the Crypto Governors group, of course, is stochastic, MACD, Bollinger Bands, and now with the new strategy with the RSI stochastic combination. We'll be going over those. So you see in the chat all these indicators. But what are they and why are they important? So indicators are used by traders to help them with a strategy. So people, as you can see in the chat, they're using these indicators to form a strategy on when to enter the market. Because if you just look at the chart, let me share my charts. There we go. So if we just look at the chart, then there's not a lot of information per se to go by if you're not familiar with reading candlestick patterns and finding all like wedge patterns, flag patterns, and all that kind of stuff. That's a different topic. Right now, we're going to be looking at the actual indicators that are based on these candles, right? So every indicator is either based on the candlestick itself or on the volume of the candle, right? And what they do is they give you information about, they can give you an information about what the average price is, what's likely going to happen. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Are there levels of support and resistance? Can we see those? So it's definitely like an interpretation of the market data in a different view that could help you to find signals on when to enter and when to exit.
That's great. And yeah, I see already people, pulling here what types of indicators, are that they're using. So my question will be, are these ones of the most common ones that are used? I mean, RSI, which are the most commonly used indicators?
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of videos from pro traders, also in the stock markets and in the forex markets, and what you see a lot is the RSI indicator, the MACD, moving averages are very important, and less so in the forex market, the Bollinger bands. But yeah, the real popular ones are definitely the RSI, stochastic RSI, and the MACD, together with the moving averages. Those are pretty much used by most traders that use technical indicators.
Okay, great, thanks. And now the question that I'm really looking forward to try to understand how I can use the RSI, for example. I mean, how we can use them. Okay, we understand what they are, why we need them, how we can use them.
Right. So first off, let's just add the RSI indicator to the chart. Right. So we go over to the indicators part, type in RSI, and then we get the relative strength index. Oh, now it's added twice. Let's just remove that. So what you can see now is that next to or below the chart with the candlesticks, you now also see the RSI indicator. And this is what is called the relative strength index. And it looks at the strength of the buying power and the selling power. And what you can see here is that you have two bands. You have the upper band and the lower band, which as a standard setting is 70 and 30. What it means when it's below the 30 is that it indicates of the market being oversold. Now, what does oversold mean? Oversold means that the sellers were in control for a very long period and they had a very strong selling power. So they were really controlling the market to go down. But at some point, they're going to run out of steam, right? They're not going to be enough sellers anymore that are going to push the price down. And instead, the buyers will step in at some point. And what the RSI indicator will tell you is that that is likely to happen when it's trading below this band. And well, in this example, that's exactly what happened, right? So the RSI indicator indicated an oversold situation and the price started to move up. Started to recover, was too much selling power, the sellers couldn't keep control, and then the price moved back up. Right, so an indication of buying here, just solely based in the RSI, that would have been a good trade in this case.
Great. And tell me something, you mentioned that it's between this range of 30-70. What that range means?
Yeah, so the RSI indicator is looking for 14 candles. It determines the strength over the 14 candles, and then it sets a range between 0 and 100, right? And anywhere in between is where the price is, or the movement is indecisive yet, or it's on its way to do something. But when it's over the 70%, then there's a clear indication that there's a lot of people buying, So it gets into an overbought situation. And when it's at the bottom, then you get into the oversold situation.
Okay, so when it's oversold, that's the indication that actually we're gonna spike back and might be an opportunity for us to enter, buy low, sell high, basically.
Yeah, exactly. That's the old strategy, right? Buy low, sell high, or sell high and buy low if you're shorting. But yeah, for sure, that's the strategy. So it's a very simple indicator, right? If you just plainly use RSI, you don't think about anything else. You just enter when it goes below 30 and you exit when it goes above 70. That's a super simple strategy to follow. Now, it's not a profitable one, I can tell you that, but it's one of the indicators that you could use to become profitable, of course.
Okay. And how about the MACD?
Yeah, so let's add the MACD. So the MACD also uses two lines, and you can see those settings right here. So you have the fast line and the slow line, which is like the moving average over these periods of time. So this is 12 candles, 26 candles. And with the MACD, people are looking for crossovers, right? So if the signal line crosses the, oh God, what's the name again? Yeah, the MACD line and the signal line, if they cross over, then it's an opportunity to look for buy entries. And you can also see when there's more buying power, so then you see the candles, the green candles or the green bars increasing. If the buying power diminishes, then they become a lighter color than darker, and then ultimately they fall into a selling a sell-off. So you can see the price dipped here, and then the MACD indicator will be in the red bars. And then when you see the signal line, then that could be an indication of a buy in this case. And if it's at the top, if it happened like right here, then it would be an indication to sell. Now, as you can see, especially from this chart, using just the MACD is a very, very bad strategy. You could use it as a confirmation in the combination of others, but I would definitely not use just the MACD by itself. Just the same as with the RSI indicator. No, as you can see from the chats, people were saying that they use a combination of indicators. So it's basically like if all the signs are pointing green, then you could enter. But if one of the signs is saying red, then you don't enter. That's your strategy, right? You base your strategy on the combination of indicators. You look for your entry, and then all the signs need to be green, all the signals need to be telling you this is a good entry, and then you have the lowest risk of hitting your stop loss, and actually the highest chance of reaching your profit.
Yep, sounds great. We do have some questions that I think we can get back to them after a bit later. So the green crypto guy has a question, so definitely we're gonna get back to that one. How about right now we spoke about RSI, MACD. How about moving averages?
Yeah, so moving averages is a very popular one, and I like the one that I like is the triple one. This indicator will tell you, in this case it's 3 indicators, let me just hide those. In this case it's 3 moving averages, and they all work together, right? So they all paint a picture of what has happened to the price in respects to their candle time frames. So we have the orange, the blue, and the light blue line. The light blue one is the fastest one, and the middle one is the dark blue one. It's a slightly less one, and the light blue one is the slowest one. Now, the standard one is 14, 21, 35, but that's not the most common ones. So people will use probably around 20, 50, and a very popular one is the 200. And they would use an exponential moving average. Now, the difference between a simple moving average and an exponential moving average is just that it's just a slight change in the calculation where the simple one is just over the time frame period, so 20 candles, the average of the 20 candles, and then the next one is the average of the previous 20 candles. But with the exponential ones, then there's an extra summation being made, and it smooths it out a little bit more. So you get a smoother change of the moving average. So 20, 50, and 200 are very popular ones, and they give you a clearer indication of the trend that we're in. And the further apart these lines are, the quicker the trend is moving towards. In this case, so the lines are very far apart, so the price is moving very fast, right? So the orange line is keeping up much faster than the light blue line, which is an indication of the market moving sharply. If they're very close to each other, as you can see right here, then the markets are moving sideways. And obviously, if you look at the upward trend, then again, the 200 is lagging very far behind, showing you that we're definitely in an uptrend. So here you can see that the orange line is shooting up very quickly from the light blue line, indicating that there's a strong shift upwards in the trend. And when they cross, that is an indication that the trend is about to switch. So you use the 20 and the 50 in this case because they're a little bit slower together, and they give you an indication of an imminent trend change. So, for example, here you can see that they are crossing over, and indeed there is a trend change. It takes several candles almost for the complete drop to end before the 200 moving average catches up. So we're not really looking at that. We're not looking at the 200 or the 20 and the 200 for our entries and our exits, but we're using this one mainly for the large trend. And then the smaller ones we can actually use as an indication to buy and sell. Now, moving averages can sometimes, in specific markets under certain circumstances, be a very good indication on its own that something is going to happen. So I have traded using the moving average alone, plus some market indicator or some candle indicators, so some price action movements. But moving averages are definitely a good way to trade because the price tends to move to the moving average. Either the moving average catches up with the price or the price catches up with the moving average. That's bound to happen, always. Like it's just a given fact that the price will always touch a moving average again at some point. That's just the nature of the indicator itself.
Yeah, this looks good. So we tackle a few of the indicators. We understood that it's better to combine multiple indicators to get more data and more information from the market. However, how we know, what are the most common mistakes when people are trying to use the trading indicator? I think that's something that we should be aware of.
Yeah, so a lot of the times people are using too many indicators at the same time. So as I said, we're looking for a combination of indicators to find confirmation of each indicator and see if the market is really ready to trade. But if we overload it, then we either get too many signals that are conflicting and we would never take a trade. Or if you say, well, I'm good with maybe 2 or 3 indicators being green and the others being wrong, then we might enter into too many trades and we don't really have a clear strategy because we're just mixing and matching indicators as we see. So definitely keep it, the simpler the better, but using 2 or 3 indicators as a combination or price action trading and 1 or 2 indicators, that's also fine. But no more than 3 because at 4, 5, you're going to get lost with all the indicators. You're not gonna.
Yeah, it will be too much information.
Too much.
No, that's true. I mean, definitely not 2 or 3 indicators. Yeah, that would be the optimal number. And do all these indicators can work in any type of market, or we have some markets that are better than others?
Obviously, the indicators will work in any type of market, but that doesn't mean that they will indicate trustworthy trade signals. And what I mean by that is that, as you can see here, this is a clear consolidation phase, right? So the price is moving sideways, not much happening. Now, especially with the MACD, you can see stuff happening, but they're not excesses, right? So there's nothing being overbought, nothing being oversold. The other way around. The MACD is very close to the middle line. And if we draw these trend lines and we see the moving averages are also very close to each other, then there's not much happening, right? So the indicators are indicating you that there's not much price action or market movement going on. So, but in terms of using them for longs or shorts, yes, definitely. You can always use them for longs and shorts. You can use them in different time frames. So right now we're on the 4-hour time frame, but if we go to the 1-hour time frame, they work as well. Obviously, the moving averages are subject to the chosen candlestick, or the chosen resolution. So if for instance we're now at the 1 hour, then 20 moving average means 20 candles of 1 hour. Whereas if you're doing it at 1 day, it means 20 days. And we can go even further down. So let's say to the 5 minutes. We can see that even during those long consolidation phases, you can see more divergence from the lower moving average to the higher moving average. So it just depends on what you're comfortable with, how much time you have, but you're definitely able to trade on all the time frames using these indicators. And from what I know, especially with a large group of people that are watching here, they trade on the smaller time frames. And I'll show you a little bit later on how you can actually use Altrady to find these setups in a quicker way, especially if you're trading on the smaller time frames. Then using some kind of trigger or indicator or some kind of scanner could dramatically reduce your charting time and allow you for better trading time, which is obviously what we're looking for. We don't want to be charting, we want to be trading, we want to be making money. That's the goal here, right?
That's why we are here. That's true. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. I think everybody will be extremely happy to see what you're gonna have to show them. Till we get there, Ben, I also saw in the chat, and maybe I think it's interesting to also tackle the bands, the Bollinger bands, the BB as well, and have it, to show us about and tell us about that as well. I mean, the Bollinger bands are used a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We saw a lot of people using the Bollinger Bands. So let me add the Bollinger Bands. So the Bollinger Bands, again, is based on some lagging data, meaning that the price bands are determined based on previous candles, right? So, and in terms of the calculations, they use some standard deviation of the previous prices, and then they look at how big the changes are in previous candles, and then they form a band between those deviations from the current price. And what it means is that if the price is reaching the lower side of the band, then it indicates an oversold situation, and the price is likely to move back up to the upper side of the band. Now, and as you can see in this chart, when it moves from the low part to the high part, there's a good chance that it will follow along the upper side of the bar, or the upper side of the Bollinger Band. And the same will happen for the downtrend. So if you have a slower move downwards, then it will keep touching. And most of the times it will be in, that sometimes it will just break out. And it's these breakouts that people would be interested in, because if the price breaks out quickly out of the Bollinger Band, then it means that it's a very strong oversold situation. And as we've learned from the RSI indicator, strong oversold situations lead to recoveries in the market. And as you can see right here, strong selling power leading to a recovery touching the upper side of the Bollinger Band again. So that's a very popular strategy. And then in combination with the other indicators, as you can see right here, the RSI indicator is also in an oversold situation. The MACD is also in an oversold situation. So this is a triple indication of a possible entry. So, and if you had entered here, then on the 5-minute chart, you would have made 1.5% profit in about 45 minutes, which is not bad, especially if you're trading futures. That's not bad. You can definitely make some good money on that.
Yeah. Great. And I have a question. I mean, I know it's relevant and we should tackle this one. What is the importance of volume in indicator analysis?
So, I don't even have it on. Let me turn it on.
Yeah.
Volume. So volume is obviously showing you if there is a lot of interest in a certain price level. So if the volume is low and the price is moving, then it could just be that there's just one person with a large order moving the market and dropping the price rapidly, right? But if we see that it's combined with a lot of volume, so right here, we can see a huge spike in volume. This was a clear indication that the buyers were in control and the buyers were pushing the price up, right? So again, volume in combination with the other indicators can be another confirmation. So if the move happens, so right here, you can see that the volume is relatively low compared to these spikes. So having a breakout here, RSI not really forming a V shape. So right here you have a little bit of a V shape. Here it's just, it doesn't really want to move. MACD also still very close to the middle line. Not very strong buy, right? So the volume is actually telling you that it's a slow grind down. It's a slow grind down, and it just continues to go slowly grinding down. Until here, where you see the volume spike again. So here you can see volume spike, breaking out, and then eventually the price is recovering. So volume definitely indicates whether or not the market is actually going to make a move based on buying power and selling power.
Yeah, that's a very straightforward answer. And we do get, I mean, all these indicators that are built in, as you shown on the chart, you go settings, click a button, and you have them already. How about create custom indicators? What do you think about that?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of people are using the same type of indicators. And that's partly why they work, right? So if everyone is using, or if a lot of people, because not everyone can, but if a lot of people are using the RSI indicator, then obviously it's going to work, because people will see in an overbought or an oversold situation that a lot of volume steps in. A lot of people are looking at the same indicator, they're stepping in, they're buying the dip and pushing the price up. But using a custom indicator changes that a little bit, because what you can do with a custom indicator is create your own edge, right? So you make a slight change to something that gives you a different view, a different perspective that might get you in the market earlier, just before the move happens, for example. Or you might wait a little bit longer to get some extra confirmation. And from the crypto coiners group, the Dutch trading group, they've actually asked us, so the creator of his strategy, Kevan from the crypto coiners group, he asked me to create a custom indicator. So that's what we did. We created the RSI plus stochastic overbought and oversold indicator. Now, what this does is that it actually looks at the RSI and the stochastic RSI combined, giving you an indication when they are both in an overbought and oversold situation. And this combined with his strategy, so this is not his strategy. He doesn't use the Bollinger Bands, he doesn't use the MACD part, but he uses the RSI plus some trend lines. And this information is then different from what most people are using. And if it's different, then you can create that edge. If you're right about this, if this works in your favor, then you can profit more from a custom indicator. Now, in Altrady itself, it's not very straightforward to create custom indicators. We don't do it for everyone. In this case, we're doing it for a big group. But obviously there are platforms out there like TradingView that do allow you to create custom indicators based on PineScript, for example. That's a different topic. We will not go into that, but these platforms exist where you can go to TradingView, create a custom PineScript, and do your charting there. And then, of course, after you've done your charting, you can go to Altrady and place your trades. Or if you automate it and you convert your PineScript into a strategy, then you can use the Altrady signal bots with TradingView webhook signals to automatically step into the market. But that's a different topic from today, and requires a whole new webinar that we probably won't even be able to cover in 1 hour, because there's so much to do there. But if you're
Yeah, but
interested in making custom indicators and you don't really know how to program, but you do have TradingView, I would say to hop on to ChatGTP and just try it out. ChatGTP is very good at creating Pine scripts.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Ben,
yeah,
what do you think about? I don't know. We have a question. Might be interesting to see if we can take that out, and afterwards we can continue with what you have prepared. That I know that people will be excited to know about it. So we have the green
yep.
crypto guy asking if you can chart the PNT euro on Bitvavo with the trend line and RSI strategy. He mentions that it's a real-time low. Can this be a good time to get into this coin?
Which one was it?
Yeah,
Uh,
PUNUT.
Peanut
PNUT. Peanut, yeah.
on
Right.
Bitvavo. There, Bitvavo, Peanut Euro.
Peanut.
Did he say a time frame?
Is this done with the time frame on the chart? No. I think he just wants to see, yeah, how you do it on.
Oh, this is let me just hide this one. This is a difficult one because with the trend lines, yeah, it is a very long grind. So trend lines have not been friendly on this one, right? So I don't really see anything in this at the moment. It's very difficult to price something in here. Maybe on a higher time frame, it's a bit more clear. No, this is a very dangerous slope. There's no price. There's no real price movement, right? There's no panic. Like this is something interesting, but then it's followed by that. So no, I don't see anything in this. I would not take anything here.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Then I believe we should continue what you have prepared for us, man.
Right. So it's all nice, right? Trading with indicators, but how do you actually trade something? Well, I know that a lot of people are using the Bollinger Bands RSI, maybe even the stochastic RSI with it. So let's just add it for fun. Stochastic RSI, there we go. Let's just make this a tad smaller. So the strategy in this case that we're going to be talking about is when it's moving out of a Bollinger Band and the RSI or stochastic RSI are in the oversold situation, that's when we would like to enter the trade. So as you can see, for this one would be a very good one, very good trade. Here, very good trade. Here, not so much, but if we do proper DCAing, then definitely possible. Here, yeah, this could have been the first entry, second entry, third entry. Okay, but how do you find these setups, right? So right now we're looking at the market and we're seeing them as they had happened. But what if we want to find the new ones? Now, Altrady has a built-in scanner called the Quick Scanner, which is available on the Essential and Premium package. And what it can do is it can look for very fast drops. So as you can see here, we can see markets coming in this case, a euro USDT with minus 1.5%. So this is an indication that the market is dropping from a specific price point. You can also see exactly what has happened in the past hour. But when we go to this market and we zoom in, let's say to the 5-minute chart, then we can see that there's very big price action going on. And as you can see right here with the indication, there would have been a buy signal. There was a possibility to enter here. Now this is a bit of a low volume market by the looks of it. Yeah, a low volume market, so probably need to change the settings. So what are these settings? For the fast drops, what I've done is I've set it up for 5 minutes. I can set up the sound notifications. I won't do that now because this one is going to ring a lot. You're going to get a little bit annoyed by it. What it does is it's looking in the last 5 minutes on Binance Exchange for USDT markets with a 24-hour volume, in this case 100,000. Well, let's make that 1 million to filter out the lower volume markets. And I've set it for drops of at least 1%. You can also look for rises. So if you're looking for short positions, then you can configure that for rises. The fat finger scanner is not relevant for this strategy. And we will cover in a different webinar about what this exactly does and how this can make you money on very low volume markets. Then when we save it, then we can click this away and we can start looking at these markets. Now here the price move has already happened. And oh, well, here it's starting to move out. Is this interesting? No, I find this one moving sideways too much. This one was a very, very new market. Auction, let's look at that. Oh, it's looking to break out. So there's a possible short option. Now we're on the Binance spot market, so we can't do shorts. But definitely this one is definitely going into the oversold part. And yeah, at some point this will have to crash, obviously. No. Ah, look, this is looking like a nice one. So right now, if we're looking at the stochastic RSI, not yet good enough. So we see that it's breaking out of the Bollinger Band, but the RSI indicator and the stochastic RSI indicator are not telling us to enter this trade. So we're going to leave that for now, but we can open up another tab so that we can leave this one. Maybe check back in a couple minutes to see how that's performing, because we want a little bit more panic, right? After panic, there's usually a recovery. So that's what we're going to be looking for.
That's what I want to ask you. I mean, when you look at this, because you said, sideways, that's not like what I'm looking for. So what you want to see is panic. That means spikes, up or down,
yes,
basically on the chart.
Yes. Yeah, it's very, very much, big moves. And I'm just hoping to find markets like this. So this quick scanner does not specifically scan for this strategy, so it's not able to look for Bollinger Bands, RSI indicators, and stochastic RSI indicators. If you're interested in these types of signals, then especially for Dutch users, the Cryptotrading group, they have built a scanner specifically for this. So I do encourage you to check that out. But the quick scanner can be used. As you can see, we just have to wait a few minutes to get markets in, and we just continue to check them. This one was the market that we were watching. So actually I can lock it so that this one doesn't move. So now if I put a new one, then at least we get a new tab and I don't have to worry about that. Oh, this one's also looking a bit interesting. You can see that it's broken out before. You see it's starting to bottom out. But stochastic indicator, RSI indicator, not really signaling us to do anything here. Alpaca.
I like this. This is live trading. I mean, real live trading.
This is using a scanner, right? So we're not. I'm not.
Yeah.
What you can do as well is just like you can go to Binance. You can start here, and we can move down. So this, I'm actually using my keyboard, so that I can quickly go through the different.
It's impossible. I mean, to look manually to each market, that's something that it's not doable.
Well,
I mean,
it's
you
possible,
can do
but it's possible, right? But I'm looking for markets that are dropping because I want to look for a long position. So I'm looking for markets that are touching the bottom, right? So why would I be looking at markets that are actually going up? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So using the quick scanner in this case, that actually only looks for those types of movements. Yeah, that's great.
This is how we are able to find markets to enter in, basically. And that's a question that a lot of people have. Not just the beginners, but everyone.
Oh, there's our BNX
And that's
again.
the power of the quick
There,
scanner.
look. BNX
Nice.
is starting to make
That's
its
a nice
move.
one.
There we
Okay.
go.
Now we
There
are
we go.
talking. Okay.
So let's
Which one?
just keep
Ah,
tracking.
the thing. Okay.
Yeah, this is the one that we were looking at, and it just the scanner popped up again. You can see the volume is spiking. You can see that the RSI is moving into the oversold situation. The stochastic RSI is already there, but we're just going to be waiting just a tad longer. This one, and actually, what we can do to make it easier is to use that RSI stochastic overbought oversold situation, so that we can see exactly, without looking at these indicators, we can see that there is an overbought or an oversold situation right now happening on both of these indicators. Yeah, you can also put these indicators together. Yeah, that's I saw a remark from Hans where you can actually move this and move to not this one. I'd have to move it up first, and then I can move it to existing pane, and now they're actually together. That's a very good point to be made, but obviously using this RSI plus stochastic oversold, we actually get a nice little diamond or a little triangle in the chart itself, with a color indicating us on how strong they are in the oversold situation. So you can see that there's a lot of volume coming in, a lot of volume.
This looks good.
Yeah. So what we could do is we could start to look at like how would we set up a trade like this. So a typical thing that on normal exchanges, what you would do is you would say, I'm going to buy right here and see what happens, right? But as we're trading with a strategy, we don't really want to be doing that, right? We want to be thinking ahead about our strategy. We want to be knowing exactly where we're going to exit, where we're going to enter, how this scenario is going to be playing out. So a popular way to do this is to actually use DCAing, so dollar cost averaging. So what we can do is, in this case, is set up a ladder of, for example, 3 orders. And we could be looking at some support and resistance. So next to this strategy, it's also good to always be looking at support and resistance, because obviously price still bounces off support and resistance lines. So our first entry will be, immediate. So I'm putting it just above the current price. It's a limit order. We don't need to use market orders because limit orders can just be, if you place a limit order like way above the current price, then it's going to act like a market order. But actually what they call that is a limit taker order. So we're taking liquidity with a limit order. What it means to take liquidity with a limit order is that I'm going to be buying for a maximum of this price, but I get the best price available. So right now you can see that the price is pretty far away from my entry order. The chances are that I can easily get liquidity off the market at the current price. So my order will fill at the current price. That's a good thing to understand, right? So even though I'm setting the price right here, this is not the price that I'm paying. The price that I'm paying is the current market price. It's the same with a market order. So even though we're using a ladder order, we can still enter the market immediately. Now then we have our buy. I usually set up these with the scaled ladder, and then I change it to the targeted one, so that I have a little bit more control over my buys. So I find one decent right here, and I think around here somewhere, touching some support and resistance. Price is still dropping, so actually I might be able to move this one down.
Yeah.
To this level. Not real support there. And then we're looking for our take profit. So I'm already thinking ahead about where am I going to take the profit. And we're trading on this 5 minutes chart, and you see me not really rushing into this, right? So I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing in, not being emotional, looking at exactly my entries and then my take profit. Now, to start off, the Bollinger Band has a nice middle line that we could use for our first take profit. Because as you know that when the price breaks below the Bollinger Band, it has a high probability of touching the upper band again. But when is the upper band going to happen?
Yeah.
The upper band can also be here because it moves down, right? So if once it's moved down, then the upper band is actually lower than where we are. So we don't use the upper band here because that might take a while, might never reach that. But there's a higher probability for at least the middle part. And the price is already dropping, so we'll probably pick it up around this level.
I really like the way you take your time. I mean, that's something that everybody should learn. Not jumping in the market just because I need to do something right now. Take your time. And that's
and also
probably the skill.
not being afraid of missing the opportunity, right? Because you saw this, we've picked it up in a matter of minutes, and we're looking for an entry now. Oh look, price is dropping fast, recovering. Yeah. So we can actually see the market is
already responding. Huh?
Yeah, it's definitely responding. So let's leave our take profit there. So I want to make sure that my take profit stays there. So I'm switching to fixed price. This means that now that if I move my entries, then the take profit order is going to stick. Like that. This is my plan. This is what I want to do. Now, if this all doesn't happen, then I basically just want to exit with a stop loss. I don't have to do this right now. Normally, I don't do this because I'm doing dollar cost averaging, so I will be trading my way out of this. But for simplicity's sake, if you want to leave this trade, then you could put the stop loss order in and say, okay, I'm done. We can also do an extra take profit order. So right here, we see a nice little bit of support and resistance. So we could set it up like that. And then for our stop loss, if the first take profit is reached, then I want to set up the protection type where I can set it to break even. Now what this does is that as soon as my buy is reached and then moves to take profit, then my stop loss cancels these two extra buy orders and moves my stop loss to a profitable position, meaning that this trade can never turn into a loss again. And that's great. This has proven to increase people's success rate significantly. Like 50-60% of the positions will be working out, of the profitable positions will actually be added to your success rate. So definitely use this feature. This is definitely going to increase your profitability, your success rate. Now, when I'm happy with this, I can actually place the trade like that. And then, so right now the first order is taken, and we're waiting for the take profit orders to become active.
This looks like a solid. Where I can see the first order was taken on Altrady.
Yeah, so you can see here. You can see here
on the chart.
On the chart, we can also move this one up. We can see your orders. This one was closed, so you can see the buy order was taken.
Perfect.
And now you can see that the smart position is activated, and in this case, we get the break-even price, meaning that once the price is above this break-even price, that means that then we're in profit. And if we go over to the position info widget, we can actually see that we're in profit, right? So we get the real-time information about how much profit we've made, right? And all we have to do is just look at the price. So the question is about what is the delay between placing the order like Altrady and placing it directly on the exchange. Well, placing the initial orders happens instantly, right? But for the take profit orders to be placed, we need to wait until all the information about this order is available. And a lot of the exchanges don't provide that information as fast as possible. We have to check it maybe once or twice before all the information is present. And what I mean by all the information is mostly the amount of fees that you've paid. So the order might be closed, the trades might be filled, but in order to know exactly how much you've received, we need to know exactly how much fee you've paid, because that is a very important piece of information to determine when you are profitable and when you are not profitable. So when we know everything, that's when the take profit orders are placed. And as soon as the take profit orders are placed, they are placed on the exchange as well. And that is an instant thing. There's no delay. So there might be a delay on the update. So as you saw, we had to wait a few seconds for our take profits to become active. But the initial buy orders, they were already placed. If you look at the exchange, you can keep the exchange open, and as soon as you place these buy orders, you will see them pop up on the exchange immediately. So there is no delay.
I see that he has another question. I think you answered that already, but maybe we just, Can you use custom indicators with this scanner, or only predefined indicators which Altrady allows from TradingView? So you answered this already previously.
Yeah, so this scanner is inside of Altrady. So if you're using custom indicators on TradingView, then obviously they cannot be used the custom indicator cannot be included in Altrady, unfortunately. That's just something that they don't allow.
Another thing, Ben, can you show us again from where I can find Quick Scanner on our platform?
So people that have the Essential and Premium plan, well, I have set it here, but that's my custom layout. If you're looking for it, if you don't have it, then go to the widgets part and go to the quick scan part and make sure that that's enabled. Now, if I disable it and enable it again, then it will get added to this tab, and then I can just move it anywhere I like. I can just put it there, and then I have it in my sidebar again, which is where I like it, because I tend to use this for my actual trading, and once I'm in a trade, then I don't really care about the quick scanner, so I can just hide it and not see it anymore.
Great. Well, I don't know if there are any other questions from you guys, because I believe we can wrap this up. I mean, we talked a lot about technical indicators. We explained them, showed them how to use them, and we had a real live example on like when we have to go in the market, how we can find the market using the quick scanner. So yeah,
And
a lot of
using
things we
the
covered.
combination of the indicators, of course. And one
Correct.
thing that I haven't covered yet. Yes, someone asks, can we get templates of custom layouts to import them? Yes. I can export, I can share the layout, and then you can import the layout. So if you have, for example, a really good layout, then please go into our Discord, Telegram groups, share your layout, and ask for feedback. So that you can have the exact same setup as a successful trader has. The scanner also
Okay.
works on futures, yes. So the question was, does the quick scanner work on futures on Binance? Yes, it does. It works on all the exchanges that we've added. So that's a great thing.
Yes.
Now, one thing that I haven't mentioned about these orders yet is that it's also very easy to edit them. Right, so if right now we see that the middle line is moved down, so maybe I want to move my take profit down a little bit quicker or a little bit earlier, and this one I want to move it to the upper side of the Bollinger Band. Then I can press confirm. Orders are immediately placed. There is no delay. See, that's super easy to do, and obviously if right now, because we're going to be wrapping this up soon, I will be leaving my desk and I won't be able to manage this position. But I can use my mobile phone to track this position and keep track of it. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's very visible, but there you can see the position. And if I click on it, you can see exactly the position that is set up right there. And I can make the changes on the mobile. Simply, just as I did before, simply clicking on the order, moving it up, and then the order will be changed. As you can see right here, the order is now moved up. So this is a really great way to use everything from the platform together. So we've used the scanners, we've used the indicators, and we're now using the smart positions, and we're managing them on the mobile phone. This is the full power of the Altrady platform. This is exactly why we created it, and we really encourage you to try it out, these things. And on the next webinar, really do ask us the questions that you have. And I will keep reiterating whatever it is, whatever we need to make sure that you can place these trades just like I did.
Sounds great, Ben. Yeah, I'm sure that everybody is happy to have, this live session where they can ask all the questions and be able to receive a proper answer directly from you. I mean, in the end, you build the entire platform from the ground up, like literally.
Yeah,
So yeah,
blood, sweat, and
and
tears.
yeah, we know that it wasn't easy. However, things start to change a lot, and we see that through the amount of good reviews that we get from all of you. So now, please don't forget. Again, I will just shout out here for the next Tuesday. We're gonna start our smart money concept trading strategy. It will be great. It will be awesome. You really don't want to miss that. Please subscribe, share with all your friends the videos, and if you have any other questions, we are here to answer all of them. Thank you
Yeah,
for
I
today.
saw another question that we can quickly answer about how to use
Okay.
the mobile phone to manage your trades. I've actually recorded a
Okay.
video today, which will be
Yeah.
published probably somewhere next week.
Soon. Yeah, it
What?
will be next week.
Yeah, where I show you exactly how to use the mobile app to manage these trades. So that's a great video to watch. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you get the notification as soon as the videos are uploaded. Very important, very important.
Great.
Well, yeah, and don't forget to hit the like
later
button,
on.
right? So we have quite a few viewers. Make sure that we get at least the same amount of likes.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all your good words. That's why we are doing what we are doing and where we are right now. So really appreciate your support.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe
Have a great day. Yeah.
is it going to close?
Yeah, I was looking at
would
it
it be-
and I was expecting maybe something happens. But yeah.
Right. Oh, live trading. Like I don't normally trade on these short time frames because I just get too nervous for this. But I know that a lot of the people that are watching that they do that. So yeah, kudos to you. Kudos to you to manage your nerves like that. But we'll definitely let you know in the comments to see if this trade turned out to be profitable or not. And then
we'll see. Yeah. I think. Come on, go. Okay, we have to wrap this up, Ben.
Yes.
We'll let you know, guys, what happened.
Right, literally
yeah,
10 seconds after we stop this is going to happen, of course. Isn't it?
Yeah. And it goes up, and it goes up. Okay, yeah, we really have to wrap this up. Thanks
right.
a lot, guys.
Thanks.
Ciao. Have a great day.
All right. Bye.